I am Kathryn Barnes, the founder and president of Grand Stepping Up. I started in February with my nonprofit Grand Stepping Up to assist grandparents or kinship family members that are raising their family members because the parents do not have the ability. It could be from addiction, mental health, incarceration, death, or illness of the parents that inhibits them from parenting in their traditional role. I'm raising my 8-year-old granddaughter, and I had seen in the past through many support groups that the most immediate need of the grandparents was food and clothing. So I started the collaboration with the Lanark Hills Chapel and Dennis's Pantry, who is named in memory of my brother Dennis, that had just passed away of the COVID, who had Down syndrome and dementia. And so in his good memory, we collaborated here with the church at Lanark Hills Chapel. And we not only are able to assist the grand families, but also anyone that's struggling in Delaware County.
I knew Grand's Stepping Up when it was just a baby. Kathryn Barnes came into my office and we talked about how to get the organization up and running, all the nuts and bolts of what it would take. It was really Kathryn's vision, and my job is just to help her however I can, in either whether it's providing community support or just helping with logistics or the legal part of it, driving grants and funds where we can, and building a community network that will make Grand Stepping Up even stronger with every passing day and year.
Well, I had the great fortune of going to grade school with Kathryn Barnes, and she told me her personal journey, which is a tremendous story of what she's done for her own family. She is a Grand Stepping Up, and now she's trying to help people like her all across Delaware County, and I'm more than happy to be part of that.
I see people come in here every week and, they just feel so blessed to be able to come here and take whatever they need for their grandchildren, for their kids. And I just think it all happened through God, providing food for the community, providing Kathryn, providing all of us to meet each other. It just all worked out. And I think it's such a blessing to the community.
My cousin Lisa introduced me to this service here because she knows that I'm raising my grandson. And it's very hard to do that. But I want him to know that he's loved so, so much, and he's not trouble or anything. Some people say, oh, well, grandchildren, you get to say that goodbye to them at the end of the day, and I don't want to say goodbye to him at the end of the day. He stays with us.
And I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for Kathryn. She's a grandmother, and she knows what it's like to have to make ends meet all the time.
I'm raising my 3 little grandchildren, and it's a huge, huge help. Kathryn's been unbelievable with offering food, diapers, wipes, everything. And if she doesn't have it, she'll get it.
Dennis's Pantry has not only food, we have clothing, baby gear, we have a full dedicated baby pantry. We offer formula, diapers, wipes, baby food. A lot of people have been suffering within the COVID, so the numbers that are coming to us are immense. In the last 4 months alone, we have documented giving out more than $25,000 of in-kind donations. And everything that you see here, this is all donations that have been given to us.
Dennis's Pantry right here is it's right in the heart of my district. And my district is full of people with great generosity and charity. They were looking for places that they could give and donate locally. And so Dennis's Pantry is perfect. We've done a number of food drives and clothing drives that have gone right here into Dennis's Pantry, and people are really energized by that because they know they're giving back to their community. So this is a great outlet to bring out the best of people from Delaware County.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are the poorest of the 4 suburban counties in the Philadelphia region. And so there's a lot of people, there's a lot of need, poverty, and people who just don't have enough food and clothing to support their families. As Kathryn will tell you, I'm sure, there are people now, about 90,000 estimated across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, who are grandparents having to raise their grandchildren, being the primary caregiver, in large part because of the opioid epidemic.
I identify that we could provide food and clothing and assistance in many ways financially. But if we don't address the suffering and loss that these children are having by having someone that is dedicated through a trauma focus, then we're really not doing what we need to do. I feel that we have a responsibility to do everything that we can possibly do to have them grow up to be successful members of the community.
I met Karen because I published this children's book for grand families to help them cope and help their whole family really cope with the big changes and the big emotions that come up when children are in this situation. And so Karen Barnes and I connected over the book, and I told her about the work that I do as a trauma therapist and as a parenting coach for grandparents and parents of children that are impacted by trauma. And she asked me to come on board. So we've been good friends ever since then, working together to develop a team of other mental health professionals that can provide therapy and coaching for grand families and grandparents raising grandchildren.
I am Kathryn Meloni, and I'm the executive director of Grand Stepping Up. And I'm in charge of the legal clinic. I'm an attorney in Delaware County. So if a grandparent needs legal services, they can get it at a discount. Our goal is to eventually be able to have a situation where maybe we could pay for their legal fees. But for now, the grandparents at least have decent attorney services for a discounted price.
Dennis's Pantry is one piece of the pie of Grand Stepping Up in the nonprofit, but it has been such a huge undertaking that we didn't know. We were looking for a little space for grandparent items, and look what it has turned into. So we're very humbled and grateful. You know, this is certainly a huge collaboration of everyone coming together. So we're really proud of what we're able to provide. We're looking to really have a wonderful holiday giving program where we can assist, as I said, not only the grand families and the children, but also anyone that's struggling in Delaware County. To date, we have 60 documented families that have signed up. So it's just increasing every day, and we're just so joyful.
I am Karen's oldest of 5 girls. I am a board member. I am also marketing and branding for Grand Stepping Up. I am speaking on behalf of the 4 sisters that could not be here today. And I would love to tell everyone how proud we are of our mom. She has done so much for this community. When my mom gets something in her head, she goes full steam. And that's exactly what happened with Grand Stepping Up.
I specifically have a gift of networking. And I want to use that gift to be the best voice that I can be for every struggling grandparent in the country. I want to find these grandparents. I want to make them feel comfortable to be able to come out and utilize all the services that we provide.